HRHTV. Welcome. I'm still GENO D, and this is Micky Moody. Welcome to the show, Mick. And now would you like to introduce the lovely lady to your right?
This is my singer for tonight, and my partner in music on a new album, which I'm sure you'll hear about in a minute.
Yep.
Ali Mars.
Ali Mars. Now, I mean, and that's not an unknown name, though, is it? Because you have been doing a few things on your own, haven't you?
I have done quite a bit on my own, but have my own little blues band and stuff as well. But this is my kind of main project, the new project with Micky, Yeah.
Because Micky, you've got a very amazing legacy within the industry itself over the last 35 years or 40 years.
Probably more.
Well, I was going to say,
I was very young when I started.
So this your new project. How did you two get together?
We met through music. Ali used to come. I used to do some duo gigs with Papa George, very fine singer, guitarist Papa George, and Ali used to come down and watch us. And then one day, she was kind of forced onto the stage by a friend who insisted that she sang with us. And we enjoyed it, and we've been friends ever since.
Was there any alcohol involved in it?
There was a fair amount of alcohol involved.
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
And then we got together, started writing songs about just over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it led on to the recording of an album, which we took our time on. We took about a year on and off to do it, and we've actually only finished it very recently.
Yeah.
We've now have a deal with Armadillo Records, and we're hoping it'll be out in the next 2 or 3 months.
Now, has the style changed for you in the way that you were recording, or is it just going to be another Micky Moody, straightforward, in your face, what you hear is what you get?
No, not particularly. People kind of know me from the Whitesnake rock thing, but I was around for 10 years before that, playing more 70s oriented music. You know, I love the southern stuff, the swampy stuff, the Rycuda stuff, and all of, the American influence, really. And it's probably gone back more to that style. So I think my days of giving it some welly kind of finished last November when I left Snake Charmer, because I was with Snake Charmer for a while, but I decided to leave that. And the stuff we're doing is very much, the album is an eclectic mix. It's very much songs. But we like the down-home stuff. We really like to be kind of cool, and a bit groovy, which I love that kind of stuff. And I think I'm going to leave some of the volume behind, but I'm not leaving any passion behind.
No. But just at the time, you have to do what you do best. And
absolutely,
what you feel most comfortable and enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And because I know your vocal range is quite well, how is it writing for somebody with a vocal range like?
I've worked with quite a few singers with serious vocal ranges, Coverdale and Bonnet and people like that, so I'm kind of used to. I've been spoilt, I suppose.
It's feeling good for me,
good.
because what we're doing doesn't really restrict you vocally. You can be quite creative with the songs we're writing, so it's an enjoyable sing,
So, is there any real big surprises for fans out there, that are used to your normal? Is this going to be like a total slap in the face for them?
I wouldn't say it's a slap in the face. I'm hoping they're going to enjoy it. It's not kind of. I haven't gone into. We're not going to do any Gregorian chants or anything, or bossa novas or anything like that.
Though that might be interesting.
It would be interesting, yeah. I don't know if it would be interesting for us when we're running off the stage, being our bottles. But no, I think I hope they enjoy it. But obviously, once the album comes out, people will hear. We're doing about 6 of the new songs in the set tonight.
And when does the album actually due?
When is it due? I should have an answer to that this week. The release date we should have this week. We hope in July, before the summer.
And so we're talking then festivals and follow-ups, that type of stuff?
It might be the back, the fall, the autumn before we get out, because it's hard to get gigs within 3 months, you know.
Yeah.
Very true, because I've just started working with a couple of bands, and that's the same thing, and you need 6 to 9 months sometimes on your planning schedule to get it through. So.
I think they're hoping for a good 3 months to set everything up, but in the meantime...
It could be later,
Yeah.
I was going to say, any advice you would actually give to younger bands coming into it? Because a lot of them still think that they can do, you know, the Idol series or the X Factor and all the rest of it is that easy for them. And I always say, no. There's a lot more you need to understand. What would you say to a young band and writers coming into this industry?
What would I say?
Yeah.
Be prepared for the unknown is what I'd say. And you know, if you want to really stick at it, then you really have to be good. And I would, you know, like I did, practiced a lot and just dedicated myself to guitar and music. Depends how far you want to go. I've managed to go.
Well, you've done quite well.
Getting on for 50 years now. So, you know, I was around at the right time, I suppose. 60s and 70s and 80s, you remember, there was a lot more work. It's more difficult now. There's not so many gigs. So I think you have to be especially good, you know, especially on the rock field, because you can't bluff it, really.
You also maybe have to expect not to be quite so young when you do make it, you know, or when you do start getting somewhere and stick at it big time.
You mean you can't be found on a Mickey Mouse Club in America anymore and then have your claim to fame?
Yeah, well, if that's what you're expecting, then you could be disappointed. Yeah,
I was massively disappointed. So become an alcoholic at an early age to deal with it. No, but I would say absolutely spot on with that. Anything you want to say to your long-standing fans out there that have that have kind of hung by you all this time? And I was going to say, and we're getting greater by the moment.
Well, I'd like to say thank you for sticking by me all this time, and hope you like the new stuff. And I'm here for the duration, so you're stuck with me.
and I was going to say, what about you, Ali?
Yeah, I promise not to slap you all in the face. It's going to be fun. It's all going to be fun. Yeah.
Good. And on that note, all I can say is thank you for tuning in. I've been GENO D. This has been Mick Moody, Ali Mars. We'll see you later on down the road.